Good afternoon, everyone. So this afternoon, I'm going to present to you Azure model. Okay, so the Azure model, if it is new to you, if it is the first time for you to hear uh, Azure model. So of course, you're going to ask yourself, what is Azure model all about? So actually, Azure model is an instructional design model that has the goal of producing more effective teaching and learning. So it is very useful to us, an educator, to utilize this kind of model, which is Azure model. For us, of course, the main goal for this is to produce more effective teaching and learning. So Azure is an acronym that stands for various steps in a model. So the following is a breakdown of each step by Frost 2014. So I have here Azure, the acronym of Azure model. So A stands for Analyze Learners. And first S, that is State Objectives. And the second S, that is for Select Methods, Media, and Materials. U for Utilize, for you to utilize technology, media, and materials. R is to require learner participation. And of course, the last uh, is the E is for stands for evaluate and revise. That is for evaluation and if it is need to revise. So the first stage of Azure model, of course, that is analyze learners. So this is very crucial for us as a teacher to analyze our learners. So what type of learners we are going to teach. So of course, we have the guide how to analyze our learners. First is assess who the learner is, or in terms of age, gender, ethnic group, sex, and etc. And then we're going to assess what the learner already knows about the topic. So next we have to know how the learner learns best. What's their learning styles? So is it convenient for them to learn using audio? Or it could be, is it convenient to them to learn using video presentation or in other more learning styles. The second one, we have the state objectives. Oh, we're going to develop specific and measurable objectives for the lesson or course, and we need to think that, or we need to consider that our objectives will be attainable. Of course, it is attainable, must be attainable. Next, we have select methods, media, and materials objectives. So, of course, right after we analyze what type of learners we're going to teach, and then we're done with the second state objectives. And here, this time, we are going to select what are those methods, the best methods that we're going to use. Of course, what media also is involved for in our in delivering our instructions and materials objectives. So we're going to connect the learner's present knowledge, skills, and attitude with the learning objectives of the instruction by choosing appropriate instructional strategies rather, media, and materials. Next, we have to utilize technology, media, and materials. So this is the time that you're going to plan how the technology will be used to implement instructional strategies. Second, we have to preview and of course practice. The third is to prepare class and ready equipment. And fourth, that is to conduct instruction. Next, we have there require learner participation. So this Azure model really required participation, of full learners participation. So we have there the active mental engagement. Second, we have there allow learners to practice. And then third, provide feedback. So these things are really important, especially in our curriculum this time. We belong in a OBE, of the outcome based curriculum, so that it is based on John Dewey, that is learning by doing. So the more the learners or students engage in that specific activity or task, of course, the more they're going to experience it in real situations. Of course, they're going to learn more. Next, we have there the last part of the Azure models. We have there evaluate and revise. So we are going to evaluate the effectiveness and impact of student learning outcome based on the objectives. So after evaluation, what is the best example for this? So that is uh, based on the performance of the student itself, and then right after delivering instruction using the Azure model, the best methods that you're going to use, those media, what are those media involved, what are the learning strategies that you are going to apply. So after that, delivering your instruction, of course, uh, to know the effectiveness of those things that you utilized in delivering instruction. So you're going to evaluate in what way? Through assessment, through the diagnostic test. I mean, through formative test. Right after you deliver the instructions, you're going to present or you're going to conduct a formative test to check whether the student learned from that specific techniques that you apply, specifically with the guide of the Astro model. And then right after evaluation, so if you really think that there's a need for you to what to revise the instruction, or do you need to change the strategies or the teaching strategies, uh, so you can have it, you can change, because through the evaluation you can really know the effectiveness. So if you think that it's not effective type of learning strategies or teaching strategies, of course you can consider another type of strategies and methods. So you have to revise instruction to address any areas of concern. So I have here the cycle of the Azure model. Of course, before the semester will start, of course, you have to analyze learners. So who are will be who is the audience, and then you're going to study their demographics. So their in terms of pedagogy, in terms of andragogy, and you have to what you're going to study their general characteristics, their their competence, so their learning styles itself. Next, we have there the preparation or prior to instruction. So you have to state objectives. So what do students need to learn, or this is your goal right after the semester. What are those things that your student will have to learn? So we have there the learning outcome assessment. We're going to prepare that one. Of course, the course rubrics that really focused on the skill or concept or in terms of proficiency. So, of course, the instruction itself really focused on the skill. The objective really focused on the skill and for proficiency in accuracy, and of course that is in the condition of the performance of the students, because I really believe that it is really teacher factor. If you are the best teacher and you are very good in delivering instruction using those technological advancements, it is really what it is really has a big impact to the learning of our learners. So next we have to select methods, media, and materials. So what do instructors need to use for face-to-face? We have there, it could be face-to-face or it could be, yes, face-to-face is more interactive. Uh, uh, but then it's up to, it really depends on the situation because when we're having we experience the pandemic, so we really has the online, um, online, or that is the modular, could be online instruction, delivering instructions. So we're going to select methods. If it is a face-to-face, of course, there's a lot of media and materials to be used. In hybrid also there is also materials really fit for that hybrid type of learning environment. And online teaching, of course, since we belong in digital era or computer period or age, so we have now a lot of technological advancement. We have there the multimedia tools to be used for us to uh, still deliver the instructions even if it's online using those digital tools like the Google Meet, the Google Classroom. We have there the um, and there's a lot more. So select the instructional materials, then produce new materials and repurpose existing materials. So this time, right after this stage, you have to uh, begin delivering your instructions. So you have to utilize media materials. So how do instructor use the materials? So you have to preview the materials. So you have to um, really ensure that that specific learning materials, it's either a digital learning material, so it could be in traditional learning materials. So be sure that you have the two, because if you're going to prepare those digital materials, then it could happen that brown out or the interruption, the power interruption will really happen. So of course, in that case, so you must prepare another set of learning materials so that it is really a what for emergency in case of there is no power, there is no current available. So of course you can utilize the other materials. And of course you have to prepare the environment. If you're going to have the online learning environment, so of course you have to check first the you are going to be sure that you have a strong internet connection, so that there will be no problem in delivering your instruction online. So have also to provide instruction. Okay, so next we have there during the instruction proper. So you have to require learner participation. So students will actively engage in, of course, in discussion, small group activities, and formative assessment. So this is really what when you say you require learner participation, I think this is really applicable to a face-to-face learning setting. So it is more engaging if it is face-to-face learning environment. So, but then if there will be an instance that you really need to have an online teaching environment or setting. So, of course, you as a teacher, you need to do something so that your discussion will be more what uh, engaging. Okay, so that's all. And the last stage we have there, it is in the end of the semester. You're going to evaluate and revise. So what works? Oh, what works? What are those methods that really works? What are those strategies that really works? and what doesn't. What are those methods? What are those techniques and strategies that you need to revise, or that you need to what? You need to change that specific method to another method for you to achieve really good um, output of your instruction. So we have there summative evaluation of how to conduct this. So instructional delivery, you have to evaluate the instructional delivery, the media that that you used, and then of course the materials. And after evaluation, yes, you can have to revise to improve student outcomes. So that is Azure model. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something this afternoon. This is Thelma Labisto. Thank you, and God bless us all. God bless.